If you think the Grand Canyon is deep, then I recommend you to come to the Colca Canyon. This canyon is twice as deep as the Grand Canyon. Plaza de las Armas de Cabanaconde. And this is where we start. In the background you can already see the big mountains of the Andes. We're on the road for 10 minutes and we've reached the first viewpoint, Mirador Achachihua. Here I can give you a good summary of what's coming. There in the very far you see the Colca River. We're one of the villages which is called Sangalle. It's not where we're going because we go all the way there to the left. There is Llahuar. And that's our end destination of the day, of today. And then tomorrow we may continue to Sangalle all the way there to the right. And then we have to climb all the way up back to Cabanaconde. But first we want to make it to Llahuar and its thermal baths, and then we'll see tomorrow what we do. Right? Okay, let's go. Whoa, the views are absolutely dazzling here. It's warm, the sun is out. The peaks of the Andes, which on the highest peaks there is even snow. And you can also see the paths we need to follow. The little villages and all the paths connecting them. There down is Llahuar, our end destination. Wow, you saw that? That was a condor. I hope it's coming back. Let's wait a bit. The Colca Canyon is famous, is well known for its condors. And this is not the best place to spot them, but a bit further, like 15 kilometers back, there's like a big viewpoint. And at 8 o'clock in the morning, you can see the condors flying all over the valley. Look, we made some new friends. You come with us, guys?
Apparently not.
Apparently not. Since we are very high up, around 3 kilometers, the nature is not very densely vegetated, as you can see. So we just descend on these dirt tracks. But the more we descend, the more beautiful the nature gets again. Until we've reached the thermal baths of Llahuar. Approximately 6 kilometers left, and for the first time today the surroundings are changing because we're descending and descending a lot, and for the first time today we are lower than the surroundings. So if you look to the left, the mountains look much higher now, and if we look to this side, we're descending here. So we were on top of these mountains, but now we're down. And the perspective is very interesting because, well, I don't have to teach you the difference between high and low, but now there's a bit more intimacy because there are more plants, more things to see, and now we're zigzagging that way. We haven't seen many cacti, but here is a big one. But look at this one. Whoa, this one is very tall. I would love to put this one in my suitcase and take it to my apartment. But I fear it doesn't fit. The law of Murphy. Just when you say there are no cacti here, they're popping up everywhere. Look here, there, there, yeah, there, there. The whole mountain seems to be covered by cacti. I'm starting to feel smaller and smaller. As we were just on top of the mountains, now we are lower and lower. And now we're surrounded by all those big mountains. We're getting closer to our destination. We are getting lower and the mountains are getting taller. And this is our path now. Here you can grind. And somewhere there, around the left corner, is Llahuar. Bit by bit, we're getting closer. Finally, a bit of shadow. Everywhere is sun, sun, sun. And it's getting hotter and hotter. It changes quite a lot, the scenery. From dry landscape with only sky views and the top of the mountains. Now we also see plants, cliffs, shadows. And still very nice views. Ah, this mountain is beautiful. It's the only mountain completely covered by shadow. We're getting closer and closer to our end destination, because there we can see it. We can see the river and Llahuar. We still have some kilometers to cover, but it's always good to see your end destination. You see that? That's a river, and you know what it means. We're in the valley, so we've descended almost 1200 meters and we made it to the river. The color of the river, it's beautiful. It's like emerald green water. And the water is very clear. There is a good stream and it goes this way. That's the way we take as well. We cross the bridge and after that it's just following the river for a bit less than 1 hour. And then we've arrived in Llahuar. Wow, so different from the beginning of the day. We're really surrounded by big mountaintops now. But this is it. Almost there. Last bridge. Oh fuck. Wepa! Wepa! The closer to the water, the hotter I feel. Yeah, we've arrived at Casa Virginia. And these here are the thermal baths. Look, this one is a bit chilly. Oh, it's cold. This one is warm. And the last one is the hottest. That's the one I'm gonna try. Although it's still hot here. So I don't know exactly how the system works, but I think they had some tubes there where the water enters. Because this is clearly not a natural source, so I think it comes from somewhere further away. And then with a tube system, the water comes here and they fill it. So yeah, it is natural. If you're chilling in the bath and you're getting hungry, you just raise your hand and nobody's coming to you, but there are bananas. Ha! Beautiful big banana trees. Look at that. If you don't like bananas, there are oranges. Neymar.
No son oranges.
No.
Son mandarinas.
Ah, mandarinas. And next to the oranges, lemon. Lemon.
No son oranges. Son mandarinas. Ah, mandarinas. And next to the oranges.
Here we have a lemon. That's true, right?
Lime.
A lime. Yeah, lime.
Como el nombre de la ciudad. Lima.
Lima. Yes, and here we have lime. Lima. After a long walk, this is a very nice terrace to chill in the sun. Nice chairs, a hammock. And this is our view. We hear the river streaming. The sun is just up, just above the mountains. Oh, look at that beautiful flowers. Dancing in the wind. Dancing in the Peruvian wind. This is another hotel, but it screws up a bit the view. And on the other side, the mountains are chilling in the sun. But not for long. Look, the sun is going down. It's almost behind the mountains already. It's 4:15 and the sun is going down already. And we don't expect it to come back until tomorrow. So yeah, what do we do when the sun is down? You can still try the thermal baths, but you can also chill. Oh yeah, look here. This is our bathroom. There is a shower with hot water, the guy told us. Well, we're gonna find out if he's not lying. There's a sink. Kippie, kippie. Kippen. Ah, look. For my Peruvian lovers. Roses. Look at this. This is the entrance of our accommodation. So you expect something romantic as well. Yes, it is. Look how romantic. Here you can sleep in circles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoop. Everything we need for tonight. Big walls. And the luxury roof, which is just made from corrugated sheet. Very simple, but if it rains, we have a problem. Because that's gonna make a shitload of noise. Yeah, it's only the two of us, so 4 beds. Maybe we need to work on that tonight. I'm going to try the pool, although the sun is already down. So it's going to be very cold very quickly. But I think the baths are still warm. And then I'll be back to you tomorrow. I don't know what we're going to do, if we continue the hike or we make another decision. But we'll see tomorrow. Holy shit. Don't jump. And we're going to hike today 5 to 6 hours to Sangalle. Whoa, do you see that? There in the middle. It looks like a water leak. I've never seen something like that before. They're transporting water between the mountains. But yeah, they have a little problem. Sangalle is called the oasis of the Colca Canyon because its surroundings are very dry. There's only sand and rocks. But then all of a sudden you run into a beautiful, peaceful, green place with fruit trees, grass and thermal baths. That's our end destination. That's what we're hiking for 5 or 6 hours. And in between we're gonna have a break in Malata. And in between we're gonna have a break in Malata to charge the battery a bit and then straight to our end destination. First 3 hours hiking and then Malata. You see the zigzag path there? That's where we hiked downwards yesterday. And we crossed the river over that bridge all the way to Llahuar on that mountain. Yesterday was mainly downhill. Today we crossed the river, we changed the mountain, and today it's mainly climbing. We've been on the road for 30-40 minutes and it's only been like this, like a big grind track for cars. The views are nice, but it's all the way, it's this track. But here to the left we found a shortcut, and this is a much smaller path, and it leads us to the village of Belen, and after that Sangalle. So we're going to take this route to alternate a bit. Wow, look at those big cacti again. They cut them here. That's just to open the path for the people. That's a pity actually. But yeah, it seems that it's still survival of the fittest. Yeah, the route is absolutely nicer, but also much steeper. We need to climb a lot now. Whew, that was heavy. After 30 minutes climbing, I think we climbed a lot. Now we're back on the big road again, where also the cars drive. And here is even a bus stop, so we're back on a big trail again. That's where we follow our route to Malata. We're on our way for more than 2 hours and we can already see the end destination. There, down in the valley. That's Sangalle. The oasis Sangalle. I can already see it's very green and I see swimming pools and nice houses. But that's for later, because first we go to Malata. We follow this route and there, all the way around the corner. We have our first break of the day here in Malata, Malata. And we've hiked for almost 4 hours. And now it's time for a good lunch, and that's what we have here. Big plate with chicken, rice and very fresh vegetables. Avocado de Peru. Muchas gracias. And to get a bit more energy, hibiscus tea. Very good. I love it. It's sweet. It gives us the energy we need. After we continue 1-2 more hours. And this is ají. It's a very spicy sauce from Peru. Ají is made from jocoto.
Rocoto.
Rocot.
Rocoto le decimos nosotros.
Rocoto.
Jocoto.
Jocoto.
Rocoto.
Rocoto.
Con R.
Sí, con R.
Rocoto.
Rocoto.
Con eso nuevamente.
Ají is made from rocoto. This is, yeah, what I think kind of a pepper, right? It looks like a pepper.
Comer.
And the avocado is really fresh.
Es de aquí.
Viene de aquí. And it's aguacate in español. Pero aquí en Perú, they call it palta. Palta de Perú. Muy fresco.
Esta es la palta que exportamos. Ahora lo ves así, verdecito. Pasan los días, se vuelve negrito, así, negrito.
Ah, sí.
Yeah.
Ajá, esta es la has,
They turn
exportamos.
more and more dark. So it's nothing special what we eat here, but the chicken is good. It's fresh. And the rice is tasty with the ají. And la paltas, they are from here, so they're also very fresh. So altogether, very decent quality, very good lunch. So, el postre. Dessert is palpa con ají and salt.
¿Ah?
Really good for the muscles.
Falta para exportación.
Para otros spices.
Este sí.
Sí, sale para otros países.
Cuando se...
Sí.
Ah,
Nosotros vendemos cantidad.
pero los
A
mejores,
Sí, mayores son.
Sí.
los mejores se quedan aquí, ¿no?
No crea usted.
No, los
No,
mejores
Estos
van
son
a
mejores.
Holanda.
Estos son mejores.
Sí,
Ah, sí, los mejores
sí, sí.
venden.
Los mejores vendemos y con los más chiquitos nos quedamos. Esta es la fuerte. La que está usted comiendo es fuerte.
Hey, they sell their best avocados. They should keep them, I think. 1 bottle of water, a soup, chicken and rice, and hibiscus tea. 20 soles. That's €5. If you're looking for cheap food, come to Malata. The women of the restaurant said that there are only 20 people living in Malata. And this is the main square.
30% of the population is working here now.
30% of the population is working here. Yeah. I don't know if I would like to live here, honestly. This town, surrounded by the giant peaks of the Colca Canyon. But we leave Malata behind us now, and we're going downwards, all the way to Sangalle. It's hot, very hot, and we're walking again on those dirt tracks. Not for the whole time, I think, because we're approaching a big plateau now, where it's all green, and it looks very nice there. Whoa! If you drive here with your bike or your car and you can't brake anymore, then you're fucked. And this is the big plateau we've seen for 3 hours. Now we're very close to it. It's much greener than the surroundings. It's nice. There are men working here. There is some agriculture here.
Hola,
Buenas.
¿cómo estás?
Bien, ¿tú?
Bien, bien.
Muy bien. ¿Trabajando?
Trabajando, pe. ¿De qué país eres?
Holanda.
Ah, holandés.
¿Conoce?
Claro, pero Holanda conozco.
Sí. Muy bueno, pais.
No, que voy a conocer Holanda, pe.
La próxima viene a Holanda. Vale.
Vale, vale.
Y me llamas.
Ah,
Vale, ciao.
chao, chao.
We see everything from a different perspective now. Oh, man, so many giant cacti here. Here again. Look. It's nice. It's nice to have this change in scenery. Like for the past hours it was all more or less the same. You see the giant mountain peaks and you see the river. Now finally we see this valley very close by. Which also means that we're closer to Sangalle. So Sangalle from the west side. This is Sangalle from the east side. Whoa! Too many impressions here. Jesus, look! There is a waterfall squirting emerald green water into the river. And here 50 meters this side. Look at this giant palm tree. Holy shit! It just pops out of the rocks. Because there are no big trees here, but just that one. And this is the bridge we have to cross over the river. Well, of course, not over the highway. Holy shit. I don't have vertigo, but this is quite high. I wouldn't jump. Wow, fantastic, fantastic view. There, the palm tree again. Ah. Wow. Water goes this way, all the way to Sangalle, like us. So I could follow it. Oh my god. You know, when you shouldn't do something, you think about it, right? That's what I have now with jumping. Don't jump, Sjoerd. Don't jump. Don't disconnect with your brain. Don't jump. Just follow the bridge. That's the right thing to do. I'm still alive. And all of a sudden it has become very green. That's a good sign. We are entering the oasis of Sangalle, finally. Ah, wow, what a nice path. And it's only getting better. This is our accommodation. Tropical lodge. This is the restaurant where we have food tonight. And here on the other side, this is our swimming pool. Can you believe it? In the middle of the canyon, there is a swimming pool. Look how nice. And next to the swimming pool is the barbecue place, with even a bar, although it doesn't look very open here. Right? And look at this. This is grass. Grass as green as my neighbors. You can play volleyball here. There are trees. Green trees. Palm trees, banana trees. Look. We're all surrounded by green. Look at this big one. There are palm trees in the background. And in the background, the giant peaks of the Colca Canyon. Now, if you don't know what an oasis is, this is the best example I can give you. In the middle of the Colca Canyon, which is very dry and only brown, sandy colors, all of a sudden it's green. It's green as a rainforest. Oh my God. I don't know what to say. It fascinates me. It's always like that. When something's missing in your life, you start feeling it. And when it's back, then you appreciate it the most. After 5 hours of hiking, this is the best possible reward I could imagine. 5 hours in the desert, 5 hours in dry climate, 5 hours along the giant peaks of the Colca Canyon. Finally, this. Look, there's crystal clear water here, dropping down from the waterfall. It's so clean, the water here, because close to the Colca Canyon is also the source of the Amazon River. But that's a bit further away, not here, where we are now. Last thing of today, before I jump into the swimming pool, our accommodation. Here, one of those houses, the last one. And this is our garden. Ah, again, look at that, how green. And then in the background, those giant peaks. Hey, it really fascinates me. After 5 hours walking in the desert. And here it is, our accommodation for tonight. Very white. Small room, 2 beds. And a little bathroom. And when we wake up and open the door, this is our view. That's enough for today. It's time for the swimming pool. We're gonna have a good dinner and I'm going to enjoy as much as I can the oasis of Colca Canyon. And tomorrow I'll be back for day 3 of our trekking. Yeah, a condor. We're on the road for 10 minutes. Yeah, as expected, this is how it goes. Zigzag uphill with big rocks, sand, and only kind of desert landscape. And if we look down, that's the oasis of Sangalle we just left. Look how nice green. Swimming pool, fruit trees, all surrounded by the giant peaks of Colca Canyon. The contrast is very big between green and brown desert landscape. And there, on the top, somewhere there, is our end destination. Well, still a bit further, but that's the highest point we go to. 1200 meters climbing. We've been ascending 300 meters and it's getting hotter and hotter, but it's doable. It's not too steep. You still can see Sangalle. It's going further and further away. And there's the top. It doesn't look that far anymore, but it's zigzagging, so it's going to take a while. And the scenery, as expected, doesn't change. It's rocks, sand, and dry landscape. Actually, that there was not the top. The top is further that way. I can't really see the top from here. So, a bit further than expected. And there in the far on that plateau, it's all horizontal. Very nice. There are meadows, fields. That's where we hiked yesterday on our way to Sangalle. Very nice green spot as well. And in the very, very far, you can see Manala, where we had our break. Huh?
Malata.
Shit. And there in the very far you can see Malata. That's where we had our break yesterday. Yeah! That's the first one of the day. You see him floating in the air. That must be a condor, although I'm not sure.
No, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, well, we're sure.
Believe me.
Okay. First condor of the day.
Never disappointed you.
There are not a lot here, but for that you need to be here early in the morning apparently. Later in our trip we're going to go condor spotting. Oh, what a life. Just looking for praise. Easily floating in the air. The sky is so blue, so clear. It's quiet here, you only hear the river. And look at this big birds. Ha! They're quite close now. We've been ascending for 1 hour and a half more or less. We've seen condors and the views are getting more spectacular. There we can also see our trip yesterday. Malata, El Altiplano, and all the way down we can still see Sangalle. It's fascinating to see from here because it's all dry around it, and here you see very clear that it's an oasis. The emerald green water, the grass fields, the fruit trees. Wow, spectacular view. That's the up-to-date data at this moment. Do you see that? It looks like orange paintings. Orange, brown, red-ish. But how is it possible that it's painted that color there, over there, because there is no road or nothing, and it doesn't look like gravity. I wonder what it is. Do you know? We're going higher and higher. That's where we've come from. The zigzag path here. And although we're higher, the mountains here look greener. This is a very nice mountain. Very green, lots of plants, grass. Okay, but still a bit to go. Ah, look at this sad cactus. Oh, what happened? Did he break up with his girlfriend? Oh. Alright, after a lot of climbing, We've almost reached the top. I can see the top. 50 meters more maybe. Ah, it's there. It's there, where the cross is. I just followed the last zigzag meters and there it is. So it's the top, but it's not the end. That's still a bit further. Not a lot though, but the hardest part is done. And that's here. That was this part here. Yeah, the last steps to the top. There we go. Sandy here. Yes, we've reached the Mirador. What's the name again?
Huh?
What's the name again?
Sejana, creo.
Mirador Sejana. Finally, Mirador Sejana. Ah, we can't see Sangalle no more. It's a bit further away. But for the first time we can also look to the other side. Es Cabanaconde ahí.
No, creo que es para allá.
Más lejos.
Sí. Sejana aquí.
Ah, Sejana se llama.
Sí.
That there must be the village of Seja. That's what we think at least. And a bit further, Cabanaconde.
Dutch people are everywhere. Right?
Our end destination.
Sjoerd.
Woo! We're back in Cabanaconde. This is where we started 2 days ago. Quiet little village without asphalt roads. That's how we like it. So we started today at 2,000 meters and now we are at 3,200 meters. Plaza de las Armas, Cabanaconde. We're back at the point where we started 2 days ago. It's the end of our trekking. Oh, I'm very happy. We've ascended a lot, we've descended a lot, and I've enjoyed this trekking very, very intensely. Was it the nicest trekking I've ever done? No, I don't think so, because I like to be surrounded by trees and nature and green vegetation. I like to walk through forests, and that's not the case here because it's just too high. The hike is between 1500, 2000 meters until 3300 here in Cabanaconde. But the reward in the form of Sangalle, the oasis, is absolutely worth it. Seldomly have I seen such a big contrast, like desert landscape and then all of a sudden a green oasis. That's an impression I will never forget. Wow, amazing. Absolutely an unforgettable experience here in the Colca Canyon.